Were there major mistakes made in Florida, in Miami, or some of the other hot spots that we see in COVID right now? Would you say there were major mistakes made, or is it human nature of people wanting to get out and maybe acting recklessly in terms of social distancing and bars and what's happening? What caused that, and what could have prevented it?
Joe, I think around the country, the difference between this and what I did with the hurricanes when I was a governor was I just inundated people with information. And I think all across the country, we still don't have good information. I mean, first off, wear a mask, social distance. It shouldn't be that hard to figure this out. But we weren't, if you look at it, there are a lot of people that were inconsistent with that message early on. On top of that, we have to assume that, we hope we get a vaccine, assume we won't. So let's tell people, don't assume we're going to get a vaccine that's going to be perfectly effective. So how would you lead your life? We've got to get our economy open. We need to open our schools. We got to give parents choice. But you've got to be responsible. So we got to get more information out there about where the problem spots are. How do you stop it? If we do that, I think people are smart. They'll figure it out. They figured it out with hurricanes. So they'll figure it out with this.
Where the data on the ground Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Florida, what would you say? What's the snapshot right now of COVID in Florida?
Oh, we haven't beat it. We haven't beat it yet. People need to go take this more seriously. But part of it is wear your mask, social distance. But the other part of it is at every level, federal, state, and local, government needs to tell us where the hot spots are. I had a Zika issue that impacted newborns, and so I was very specific when I was governor. This is where the local transmission is. Tell us where the problem spots are. You know what? We're pretty smart. We won't go there. But if you don't give us any information, how can we make good decisions? Assume the public's pretty smart, and we'll make good decisions.
What would you do if you were Governor DeSantis? Close anything down in the hot spots? What about school? How would you reopen schools? Would you reopen schools?
I think what you've got to do is you've got to get out there every day and you got to get good information. This is just not for the Florida governors, for governors all across the country. You got to get information out there so people can make good decisions. With regard to the schools, you've got to get the schools open, but you got to give people choice. If you don't want to send your child back to school, you ought to be able to. The child needs to be able to learn. So you've got to have a good program so they can learn online. So people are going to make this. Everybody's going to make a decision at a different time. But I really believe we have to say to ourselves, I hope there's a vaccine. I hope the vaccine's effective. We've got to open our economy. We've got to get back to normal, assuming it's going to take longer than we think. We cannot shut down our economy forever. We've got to open up this economy. We've got to open up our schools.